Hi, is anybody there?
Hi, good evening. This is Mia from Community Board 9. Who am I speaking with?
Hi, Mia. It's Julia Bryant.
Hi, Julia. How are you? We're the first two here, waiting for others to join.
Oh, good. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for facilitating.
Oh, no worries.
How you doing?
Pretty good. Can't complain. A little cabin fever, but glad to be safe. How about you?
Ah, yeah, a little bit of the same. It's odd that going to the grocery store is a big deal.
I know it's like you
So
got to
yeah,
get totally suited up for any small errand.
yeah. The suiting up, and then I don't have a car, so when I go grocery shopping, I feel like a queen because then they have to deliver the food back to me, and I feel like, oh really? Yes, put it in the cart right there.
Right.
So
Hopefully
yeah,
we'll make it outside in the next few weeks.
I know, because it's gonna start getting hot.
I know it's gonna be about an 82 tomorrow.
Yeah, yeah, I'm hoping for that. I'm hoping for that. So
Folks are gonna be more tempted to be out and about, so that may be a thing. So
yeah, well,
that's another thing.
unfortunately, yeah, because I'm going to say, unfortunately, people are out and about and they don't want to wear masks. I don't know what it is. It's like
I don't know.
kind of
I've spoken with a few people about that, and we can't put our finger on it.
it's white privilege because it's mostly white people. I mean,
I've seen it across the
no, that's not
spectrum.
true.
I've seen it across the spectrum and across age ranges as well. It's just a little weird. Like I would just, I'm of the mindset to be as cautious as possible, since we're learning about this thing as we go along. I don't know.
Exactly, because it's
We
like,
just don't know. Literally, we're in the midst of it. Like we can look back 2 years from now and and check a lot of boxes, but we're literally and the scientists are learning about this thing day by day.
I'm exactly with you. I say that all the time because whenever somebody tells me, "Oh, it's this," and I just look at them and go, "You don't know, but
We
why do
don't
you
know.
know?"
Right. That's just only what they
Because
observed yet.
right, because they told us, people were saying in February, "Oh, it's like a flu," oh, and you could probably weather it, and I was like,
Hmm.
I don't know. People were dying in China. So and then and you and I are in the same place. So it starts out with, okay, not 10 people in the room. Okay, okay, you can walk around without a mask. Now you have to walk around with a mask. Now I see people walking around with gloves. And then I heard, oh, soap is not really enough. You have to spray your hands with alcohol.
Right.
Well, oh, okay. For months, literally months, you would say, "Oh, sudsy water will do it." And
Right.
now, oh, okay.
So
So
it may
I'm like, yeah, I see people without mask, and I literally act like,
I
I act
cringe.
like they're diseased.
I cringe. But you know what? In the mindset, I've always operated in the mindset that I operate as if I am around positive or possible positive people. I give people as much space as they need to pass by.
Uh-huh.
I try to put a great
I do.
distance.
Yeah, I do that even even if they have mask on. It's like I don't know because first I heard, oh, it's this, and now it's like, because I heard that now 6 feet isn't quite enough. 6 feet is the minimum. I
Right.
was like, okay. So the guy that just passed me in the grocery store, we just are way too close.
Or that the
So,
fact that the droplets hang in the air for up to X amount of time. So you may come into a space, and if you don't have any facial covering, you
right.
may just walk into suspended droplets for
I know,
someone
right?
who may have come and gone a very long time ago. So it's all very scary.
Yeah, it's very scary. And plus, the actual disease is coming in. I've heard as many as 8 strains. So for you to say what you had, this other person had it also, and they didn't have that. And then this third person was in the hospital.
Right.
So you don't get to decide which one you got.
Right, because I know people who have had it and had nothing more than a very bad cough and chest pains and just self-isolated for 2.5, 3 weeks, and they were back to normal. And then I had a good friend of mine whose uncle um, contracted it. Wasn't sure at the time that's what he had. Started immediately experiencing a lot of chest pain, and within 4 days of hospitalization, he was dead.
Yes.
So
And even I got a telephone call from the gym early on. This was early in the crisis, and
mhm,
I didn't even know what it meant. They said you were in the gym when someone who came down positive tested positive at the
right,
gym. So I'm like, oh, okay, thank you very much. I should have self quarantined, but they didn't say to do that. And
right,
I'm like looking, and I'm like, well, that's unfortunate for them. I feel really bad. But they didn't tell me that I should have done that. My girlfriend had a similar thing. She gets a telephone call. Oh, you just walked into a conference where someone tested positive. You need to 14 days self quarantine. So
wow,
that was, she went home and she locked herself in. But I didn't get that information.
right,
So, I mean, I didn't even know. I was like, I'm walking around people and I was like, yeah, somebody at the gym had it. And people are looking at me and I'm like, the gym is enormous.
right.
So how am I to tell? Like, how am I to take this? How serious should I take it? Was it a man? Was it a woman? Because if it was a woman, we might have been in the dressing room together. Might have been.
Right.
But
Insanity.
you didn't say when. You didn't say when. So, and it's just like what you said. It could have been a droplet. So she could have been in there and gone, and I still walked into her virus. She's not even
Right.
there. She wasn't even there.
How
So,
scary is
yes.
that? It's just
Yes,
worst case scenario in terms of transmission. It's just horrible. I'm just very nervous about it. Very, very
yeah,
nervous.
and my nervousness is now, I feel like I'm like, like taking all my chances. It's like, oh, you were good now, but you still could get sick. You're oh yeah, because like in flu season, you're like, oh, it's March, it's May. I didn't get the flu. I'm not going to get the flu. Okay, I'm cool. No, this isn't like this because it's May doesn't mean anything. You don't know what what wave you're going past. I had to take the bus today,
Oh,
and
oh,
thank God there was spaces for me. But the other day I took the bus, it was packed. I had to stand up.
oh,
I
geez.
mean, I only have to go one stop. I only have to go one stop. But it was like that was all I
Wow.
could do. It was like you can't hold your breath the whole time, and it's just like from one end of the park to the other. And I just was like, nobody else in here looks like they're like, you know,
Nervous.
nervous. I was like, like I couldn't even believe it. I was standing how like they say don't stand in the doorway. I was standing in the doorway, and I was like, I'll just stand here until that door, like says don't stand in the doorway. But and that's how I did it. But there are a lot, and they cleaned out the subways, and many of
That's what you
the
said. That
homeless
they're
people.
immaculate.
But wait a minute, but then the homeless people are now figured out to be on the buses. So that's a real problem because it's half a bus and two couples in there are sleeping. So
Oh
they've
no.
already taken. Yeah, but today, I had to make my little errand that I have to do, and it was a piece of cake. It was I got on that Empire Boulevard, and I was, it's just, I have to take one stop. So it was like, okay, yeah, I could do this.
Wow.
Yeah.
Someone else just joined.
Hi.
Hi, Vivian, is that you?
Yes, how are you doing?
Yeah, how are you? It's me and Julia here.
Hi, Julia.
Hi, dear. How are you?
I'm okay. For some strange reason, the page wouldn't load up.
Open up. Yeah,
but
my page is not going to open up. If you guys are looking at each other, I'm not going to be able to do that. My phone's decided that's not going to do it. It's not the phone, it's my browser. The browser that they put on my phone is not going to, I have a Bible study on the same system, and it's like, no, I'm not changing it because the browser I have it for other reasons, and I want to keep it. I don't want to confuse my phone.
We were just training Corona fears.
Okay.
Literally, yeah. Hopefully this thing clears up a bit. My family, it lives upstate, so they come off of pause tomorrow.
Oh, nice.
They're in the Finger Lakes. They're in Rochester.
Oh, the Finger Lakes, yeah. Farther up, yeah, I think.
They come off pause tomorrow.
Yeah.
We'll
Let
see.
me tell you something. This is driving me crazy.
Hopefully everyone behaves for Memorial Day and doesn't spike any of the numbers.
I believe that's what's gonna happen because people are so cooped up in their apartment they can't wait to get out. Because I went out today, and there's no social distancing that's being practiced. You know what I mean? You go in the store and you turn around and someone's like on top of you. You know? So it's really nerve-wracking when everyone's not practicing and now they're gonna open up the place. Yes, you want to have the freedom to go as you please, but at the same token, everybody's gonna go out there and it's gonna start all over. I'm scared it's gonna start all over again. So what are we gonna do? But still, even today I drove past Wingate Park because I live close by the park, and there was a lot of people in there. It was surprising to me. It was surprising. I said to myself, "My God, it was crowded."
They want to move. They want to exercise. They want to walk. They want to run. I don't blame them. If I live closer to the Wingate, I would go in because it's a great way to exercise, get out, sit on the bleachers, and just take in the sun.
Yeah.
And it was the sun
you
was
could just relax out
it was
there.
nice. It was nice sun. Oh God. So yeah, it was really nice. But only thing we gotta do, we just gotta keep on praying. And I was hoping that I was on the call earlier because I was saying to myself, we need to really open up this meeting with a prayer. I know Mia is going to pray.
So with a prayer, oh God. It's not my department.
Yeah, the problem with it is that our prayer will not satisfy everyone in our group. So we have to
It doesn't
keep it.
matter.
We'll
It doesn't matter.
we just have a moment of
We only have to
silence for those
say,
affected.
Yeah, you could do that. You could do that.
Okay. I keep on, listen, but our group, who's on the call right now?
It's just me, you, and Julia. The rest of the guys haven't tripped.
Okay, so
this might be it tonight. This might be it. I feel like there's so many, like everyone is doing something online to try to keep everyone kind of, tied in. Because that's all I see down like timelines. It's like everyone's having something, some type of call. Or I don't.
Yeah, Zelmar and Diana are having a call exactly now.
Exactly. That's what someone called me and asked me if I'm gonna actually be on there, and I'm like, no, I have a party meeting tonight.
Yeah,
So
they were. Yeah, this is their second time this week. They had something on Monday, I
Really?
believe, as well.
I just must
excuse
have
me.
ignored that. I said I
Yeah,
must have just ignored that.
yeah, they had two. I think they have two. They had two. This is their second kind of call-in Facebook meeting for the week.
But what is it in regards to?
One is a resource and one is a community check-in. Because I saw two flyers online.
Yeah.
Mm, I didn't see it.
Yeah.
I didn't see it. So I don't know what type of plans that we could make right now. You know what I mean? I
Well,
don't know what can we do.
I just have one agenda agenda item that I want to follow up with. Mia,
Okay.
can you give us any information about what the status of the arborist report?
Yeah, we received an updated email from DCP that they don't anticipate responding to us until August because they're out of the office until further notice.
Yeah, that's basically it. Everything goes on hold until August
Yeah,
or September.
yeah, they pushed back. I think
So
it's either August 3rd or August 7th. I gotta double check the
Don't we,
email. But everyone's down, literally.
but doesn't the community board, doesn't it stop for the summer? Don't you get,
yes,
don't we get done?
that's the end of the year.
We are, yeah, we're done at June, but what can you do? We can't make someone from DCP leave their home to go look through reports.
No.
Yeah,
That's not my issue at all. I'm agreeing with them. I took that information. I'm fine with that.
yeah.
So we're not
Because
gonna end. No, I'm sorry.
But
Go ahead.
you go.
I get what you're saying, just because of the timelines, but ULURP has been suspended. Any ULURP action has been suspended as well. So everything is suspended across the board. So we may head
Right.
into the next session just getting this information and everything coming back online.
And that's fine because ULURPs are not supposed to, even if we weren't in the crisis, ULURPs are not supposed to go through the summer anymore. That rule, there's a rule. So either way, they weren't going to go anyway.
Yeah,
That's fine.
that's good.
That's fine. Okay, so that was my one item. So maybe we could not meet in June since we can't do anything.
We're not going to meet. We're not going to meet
Okay.
because right now, right now everything is basically on hold, and I'm not rushing to go back out to meet anyone right now.
Yeah.
No, my dear, I meant like to do another telephone call. It's.
Oh, you don't want to do the
really-
call?
Well, I'm just saying, if we can't do it in June, it's going to be, nothing's going to change.
Exactly. So basically, Mia, what we're saying is
Suspend committee. Well, you know what? If anything comes in relevant via email that I think that you guys would like find interesting to talk about, or perhaps I'll just send it to you, Vivia, and maybe if you guys want to create like a chat and via email or something, if anything comes up.
yeah, yes,
I appreciate that. Thank you for looking out for us. Yeah, that's a good idea.
yeah, yes.
You guys can always have
So
an open discussion
but-
via email if anything comes up.
yes, that sounds like a plan.
Yeah. I'm just hoping that they put more, have some more they have open streets in our district. The closest open street to us is Parkside.
I know. I went yesterday. I
Just
found
to deal
out
with the
that
park
they closed it.
Just to deal with the park overflow, but I'm like, hey, what about the rest of us?
And even so, the park overflow. There was no one on the street. They could have opened another street in another area. You have the big park there. Why the hell you're gonna close down a major street and you have the park? There's not such a big overflow where you need to close the park down.
Someone sent an email about being inconvenienced just because because it feeds into getting on. You take Parkside over to go down to Fort Hamilton, the BQA,
come on.
like that. So people are like, oh my God.
But there's so many other streets in the community that we could open other than Parkside, where you have it's a join into the park, which is crazy to me. I don't know who come up with these
Yeah, that's the
ideas.
thing. They were asking community organizations to partner up on open streets.
I didn't get that email.
No, not well, that's what the mayor's office said. They sent an email saying that they were taking solicitations. Hold on. Who's calling the office phone? Sorry, guys. I can't even answer it because I don't want to have it playing during the course of our. Yeah, it's just gonna have to go to voicemail. So at 7:16 p.m., someone's calling the community board.
Well, I was.
Oh,
Maybe
they're
they're trying to
calling
get-
to tell. They're calling to tell you they're not going to be able to make the meeting, honey. Okay.
I'll see the voicemail come up on the screen after.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the call. Oh, I'm not going to make the meeting tonight.
At 7:16, cut it out, guys.
So disrespectful.
Right. Well, things do happen, but trying to get
Well,
rid of
I kept telling everybody,
No,
I have this meeting, but I
Now
don't
they're
have to go
calling
any
me to
place
tell me
except
they're
for
not
my
coming.
sofa.
They can't get. They're calling me to tell me they can't get on this call. I don't like these. I try to do these Zoom calls. I don't
can't
really
get on?
like it, and because not everyone have access to these video things. So it's
Internet as well. I think that's another thing that needs to be a very important going forward in terms of advocacy from elected officials, like at least Wi-Fi for all. Because clearly,
not
because
if
there's
there's
situations
seniors in the house that don't have access to a computer, they can't get. If they have to have,
or we've
they
seen it
have
with
to have
kids.
a television.
Some of the kids who've gone remote, they don't have Wi-Fi at home.
Come on, it's crazy. So we need to. Those are issues that needs to be addressed.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
I also think because the community board have all this funding that's gonna have to probably end up going back. I think every one of us should have access to like an iPad to be able to do these reports, to be able to make notes on what's going on. In order to do, I can't even access this from my computer. The video conference, I tried it and I can't even. So if we had access to these equipment that we need to be able to stay together and be able to conduct meetings, instead of sending all this money back, let's spend it on the members that need equipment.
Yeah, those purchases are very hard to navigate because the city's very specific about where those things can and cannot go. Because although we are buying them, they immediately become property of the city of New York, and the board is just the guardians of it. It's not ours.
Right.
Right. So,
Yeah, but still,
but this is the thing.
Saying is then you can't take it home, right?
Right. Because if anything happens to it, although if it's a board member who's in possession of it, I am the city of New York employee who becomes immediately responsible for it. If any day the controller's office walks in from the audit team and they look at all of our inventory and they go, okay, where's iPad serial number 12345, and I can't produce it.
So that simply means that if everyone should be able to have access to this equipment to be able to do whatever it is that they need to do, and then they return it. That's all.
I think
No, but she's saying when the audit comes, you don't get like a call. They just come.
Yeah, they randomly walk in, and then I would
What
have to say,
what do they expect if you buy? They expect it to be tied down in the office.
no, they expect us, like if we're conducting like a town hall, an event, for us to have it out, like to do work. But for me to say, hey, no, this is actually not an event,
Well,
but
no. Well, we're going to be using it for work. We're going to be using it for
Well,
work.
those are things that I think that maybe the chair has to speak specifically with the legal department at Borough Hall, because that's where the lines get a little bit blurry in terms of, you know, what's admissible, what's permissible, because even though Borough Hall is our immediate umbrella, we all answer to the controller's office because that's who audits us.
Okay.
And
All right.
sometimes,
So
sometimes the information is not conflicting, but it's very vague. And that's the problem.
I think that I think this is a much bigger issue, that there are places that are much better digitally
Yeah.
available to the citizens. There are places, I mean, I have been to other cities where every child has a laptop, period, end of story.
Right.
And
Or
so
even
you get a laptop, and when
computers.
you go to school, you get a laptop. And every place, every child knows where their hot spot is. Period. End of story. And so now that this, the crisis happened, those places, those kids are like, boom, yeah, there's my laptop, I'm ready to go.
Yeah.
We are maybe 20 times bigger than those cities, and so our problems are 20 times bigger. And so we have to navigate like a behemoth. A behemoth does not move, quickly. It's slow, 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 all after the fact.
Yeah.
And so this crisis, it just shows us that being a big city, we might be the best city. I'm not talking down my city because I love my city, but I'm just
Right.
saying I am so aware of it. I mean, I'll just give you an example. For example, in New York City, because we are the first people to have subways, everybody's subway is better than ours. That's because we have the first subway. Right. So everybody can know what we didn't do right, okay? What we didn't do right, they're going to do an improvement on. So because of this crisis, we need to know what we need to improve upon, okay? Because going forward, we just need to know these are the things. And Vivia, I'm in agreement with you. You should have access. If you become a board member of, the community board, then you should have either have your own laptop or a laptop assigned to you, period. Because that's how you have to roll. These days, if you don't have it, you can't roll.
You can't expect me to use my personal things. And what if it's not working?
Exactly. Or what
Hello?
if you live where the Wi-Fi is iffy? I mean, it doesn't even have to be on or off. It can just be iffy.
Yeah, that is true.
So,
Because I've been on some terrible calls.
girl,
Oh my God, the image keeps freezing.
I take a Spanish class, and there's a girl in my class, and she's like disappears every 20 minutes or so, and it's like, is it her turn? No, it's not her turn, but she's gone. And okay, she'll be back. Hold on, like somebody else go, and then she's like, hi, I'm back. Is it my turn? Yeah, it was your turn, and now it's your turn again. So, we learn to work around it, but she lives in Manhattan, and she has iffy Wi-Fi. Like you can look at the Congress, like Nancy Pelosi has iffy Wi-Fi. Did you know? I mean, like you're watching Nancy Pelosi and she's talking to you and she freezes up. It's because she's got lousy Wi-Fi. So if Nancy Pelosi can have lousy Wi-Fi, anybody can have lousy Wi-Fi. But
Definitely, right?
we shouldn't.
I definitely do. Mine's is
We
terrible.
shouldn't.
You know what? I think it is. You know what? I'm so happy that Optimum is getting a little bit of competition because I feel like they've given us all faulty Wi-Fi in the district.
I know. Who's their competition?
I feel like
Who's their
Optimum,
competition?
Verizon is coming into the area slowly because I see the trucks.
Okay.
They've been around, but Optimum has seriously has a stronghold on the area, and their prices continue to go up, and sometimes the service is terrible.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. I have Verizon. I have Verizon because I'm older than y'all. But like I had Verizon. I had Verizon Wi-Fi before Optimum even came in. So that's why I have it. It's like,
Oh, wow.
yeah, I had it.
Wow.
I'm telling you, I'm a retired person. I got this. So, but I'm just saying, yeah. And when people didn't even know that they had lousy Wi-Fi, they were just happy to have Wi-Fi one way or the other.
Sure.
So. Okay, kids, can we go? Are we done?
I
Yeah,
guess
you got to call me.
Well, we're going to dismiss the meeting. The meeting is going to be adjourned.
Okay. Well, if you guys
Okay.
have anything else you need me to look into or any questions, just shoot me an email. I'm around.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you
Take
for
care of
coming
yourselves,
on.
ladies.
Okay, bye-bye.
Be safe. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.